Welcome back to Digibros.
Swoop, scoop.
I've got, guys. I had like a list of like 6 things written down for this episode. I was like, yeah, I've got so many topics. I've got so many topics for this session. And then I'm looking at my list and I'm like, oh man, I've got like a bunch of dumb little topics. So this episode is probably going to wrap up the rest of my dumb little topics, and then maybe we'll just be done with this session. How many episodes has it been? Three or four episodes? I don't know.
3. This will be 3.
It's a decent. I want to beat this game, but I just don't have enough to talk about. So anyways, on to my first topic. So, okay, actually I have another topic that I hadn't written down.
Oh.
But I've been meaning to talk about it because it'll play into this other one.
Alright.
But first of all, I want to give a giant apology and disclaimer to everything that I say on this show. Because we've done topics like, you know, Vic talking about, like, the friend zone and stuff.
A blanket apology
And
to
then,
everyone who isn't Victor.
Yes, everyone who isn't Victor. And there's a specific reason. Because I've done topics like being pissed off at guys in the friend zone. I've done topics like the men's fashion thing and thinking men dress like shit. And I just wanted to give a little more context to the arguments I'm making, which is just that it's about me. Like, the example, the guy I'm always referring to in these topics is always me in high school. Like, that's really the guy. Like, because I keep going, like, I'm talking about this like it's like all dudes, but it's really just like me in high school that I'm ashamed of, is the perspective I'm coming from. The guy who dresses like shit, you know, that was me. That was me in high school. I wore, like, literally, like, from the time we were, like, I was 10 years old, like, I was obsessed with XXL band t-shirts because they were enormous on me, and it was a bunch of fun. So when I grew up, that's kind of all I had, and so I wore shitty, loose t-shirts, and then I got super skinny and wore shitty, loose t-shirts, and I wore shitty, baggy cargo shorts and shit, and those suck. So it's like, when I talk about the horrible men's fashion, I'm talking about me a few years ago and how I've gotten better. You know? Maybe it's not all guys are weird, because I started feeling weird about the jeans and a t-shirt thing, because I didn't really mean all jeans and t-shirts, like, because I still wear jeans and t-shirts. It's mostly, like, baggy blue jeans and oversized, like, nerd shirts that are the worst. Because Conrad talked about this, explaining his perspective on the men's fashion stuff, and sort of how he thinks the problem is that most men just don't get it, and they don't know how to change it, you know? They don't know where to go to get better clothes.
That's true.
And really, a lot of it is just that you have to wear stuff that fits well. And that's really what I meant most of the time. Is like, when people wear stuff that doesn't fit well, they look like shit. And that's what a lot of nerds do when you see them at cons and stuff. And that's kind of how I dressed when I was in high school. Because, like, you know, I was still on leftover clothes from when I was a little kid. And when you're a little kid, it doesn't matter. You know, you're cute and whatever because you're a little kid. And who cares? Then you know, become a skinny nerd boy, and you're just like, oh, I look like shit because all of my clothes are way too... I'm swimming in my clothes, and it's retarded. That's like the worst look, is when you're a skinny guy swimming in your fucking shirts and shorts. And, so I wanted to apologize, give a little disclaimer, you know, because there's nothing wrong with jeans and t-shirts as long as they're nice, muted, gray tones and stuff like I wear. And my ideal fashion is just what I wear. That's just what's perfect to me in people who have real aesthetics. So take everything I say with a grain of salt is the bigger point there. Same with, you know, being a cuck boy. It's like, yeah, I was a fucking friend-zoned cuck boy for so long, and I felt like shit about it, and now I feel dumb that I felt like shit about it, and so I want to make sure that anyone who was like me does not continue to act like me, you know? It's really me trying to talk to guys who relate to who I was and are there now, and I'm trying to save them. It doesn't... What I say doesn't apply to... You know, everyone's got their own circumstances, and maybe they can't get over it. But generally, when I'm talking about things like that, just assume it's me talking about myself.
Any criticisms Victor makes are basically of himself.
Yeah, anytime I'm criticizing guys, I'm really criticizing me in high school. That's all it is. And hoping that there are some guys out there who are like how I was in high school, who would be able to change their ways based on good advice from a man who has changed his ways.
Good advice from a man who was in the exact same position
Yes.
at that time in their life.
But only from that perspective.
Yeah.
That's all you can really talk about, you know? You can't...
Well, I mean...
I don't know anyone else's perspective. I can only speak from my own experience. So I don't know. I don't know if I have more to say about that. I'm sure you could back that up, as in most of what I talk about is just me talking about myself.
Yeah, don't, please don't ever think that Victor is trying to just shit on everybody all the time. He's not. He's
I'm
just
not
shitting on his past
anyone.
self.
I am shitting on me, and I am the biggest critic of myself. And so I'm mostly referring to past me and hoping that other guys aren't like past me. Which brings me to another point on perspectives. Because someone was commenting on the fashion video. Because I talked about, like, fat guys and how they can't really help it. And so they might not have as much access to different fashions, you know? And they might not be able to find an aesthetic that works for them as easy. And then someone in the comments was, like, legitimately asking, why don't fat people just lose weight? Like, if your problem is that you're fat, why don't you just work hard and lose weight? And I was like, man, there's a whole lot of you can say about that, you know?
For sure.
There's a whole lot of arguments to make, because, you know, a lot of people like to be that way, you know, like to be like, why don't fat people just lose weight, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of fat people feel the same way, you know?
yeah.
They wish they could just do that. They feel guilty. They feel like they're not, you know, it's just them being irresponsible or something, or they could if they really tried, but they're just too lazy. But then you end up having people just feeling guilty about themselves and not really changing anything, and it's not really doing them any good.
And for some people, it may not just be a matter of, you know, exercising or eating right or whatever. People, like, if they have, you know, hormonal issues, like literal body chemistry issues, it literally may be very, very hard for them to lose weight.
And, like, I feel like that's become a big meme lately because it's kind of an over-said thing by people now that people don't really take it seriously anymore. But it's like, that is a real thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just because it's kind of been meme-ified as, like, this excuse people make, like, that's still real. Like, people can, you know, just fucked up genetics and they just gain weight at a ridiculously fast pace.
And I mean, yeah, there's a lot of family medical history that's involved. Nice. If you
I haven't been getting enough of those, huh?
grow up in a family where you fucking eat shit food all the time and you're fat as a kid, you're gonna be fat as an adult, and it's gonna be harder for you to lose that weight because your lifestyle has set you up for failure. So, like, it's not always a matter of just, oh, I'm a lazy fuck and I don't want to go run on a treadmill. Like, you know, people all have.
Sometimes it's not a matter of self-discipline.
Mitigating reasons for things.
The biggest one to me is Donsod. Because he was, like, you know, over 400 pounds. He decided, I'm going to self-discipline, I'm going to, you know, stop making excuses, I'm going to work out, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to lose all this weight. He lost over 100 pounds in, like, the span of probably, like, 6 fucking months. Like, he lost it fast as fuck. Because he was doing his keto diet and stuff. And he was doing it really well. And he was getting really healthy, he was getting pretty fit. He lost over 100 pounds. And then probably within the next year after that, he's put all of it back on, maybe even more, you know? And it's because, first of all, those diets are extremely hard to maintain. Yeah. And, like, if you stop those diets, you will put on the weight, like, immediately. Like, you get it all back. And then I think, to an extent, for him, it was, like, the fact that even if, like, because I remember him showing me pictures of some, like, fat dudes who lost like 300 pounds and then their body was just like just fucking drooping skin.
Yeah, because your skin doesn't go back. It doesn't shrink with the fat.
So these guys look like even worse if they don't get like surgery to tuck their skin. Yeah, you have to have
massive surgery to fix
that. Like my hunch with that, which I explained in this comment to him, is that you're doing it for this aesthetic reason. You want to look nice, you want to get fit, and then you realize like, oh,
you're gonna look shitty even if you lose the weight.
Either way, like losing the weight's not gonna help. So I've wondered if that was part of it for him, and I could not blame him for that. Like the pictures he showed me definitely looked like fucking weird as shit, and it's like, okay, well, you're not gonna look better if you lose all this weight. So what's the fucking point, Yeah. And yeah, so maybe sometimes it doesn't matter. You just gotta accept yourself.
Yeah, the problem with diets and stuff like that is normally as soon as you go off the diet, you gain the weight back.
Yeah.
Because you're no longer maintaining the diet.
It's very unfortunate.
So, yeah. It has to be a permanent thing, and that's really hard for a lot of people.
Yeah. Because stress will take you out of, Don-san got a job, he got more access to money, had breakfast and lunch every day, eating more, stressed more, not having time to work out, puts it all back on,
Yeah.
You don't have fucking time to be dedicated to that shit all the time, So yeah, there's reasons for people. Like, don't just discredit people as being lazy and shit, because a lot of people's weight fucking fluctuates a lot. Like, even my mom, like, she's always like, put on 100 pounds, lost 100 pounds, got fat, lost weight, got fat, did Weight Watchers, did this and that. But she'll always get it back as soon as she stops doing that stuff because of stress and work and all kinds of different factors. And now she's just old, It's harder.
She's just old.
It's harder for her to work out.
Yeah.
She can't get into it as much. It's hard for her to lose weight, even though she eats pretty well,
Yeah.
Your metabolism
fucking drops.
Some people can't help it. So, hopefully, a good answer to that guy. I don't think he was being a dick or being too ignorant. I mean, to an extent, being literally ignorant of
he probably just literally didn't know.
But yeah, it's an interesting thing. I definitely don't want to shit on fat people.
No.
I am fucking just... I'm an asshole with my metabolism.
Yeah. Victor can eat fucking whatever all day, every day.
Yeah.
And he's fine.
I've definitely never really needed to diet.
Whereas
I got briefly chubby as a 14-year-old, and then it lost it all riding my bike and eating ice cream.
Yeah.
And now I'm just fucking skinny as shit effortlessly and eat tons and don't do anything.
Yeah.
I probably still get out and work out more than like.
You still
person.
lift a lot of shit for like your camera work and stuff. So it's not like you don't do anything.
When I go hard.
Great. When you work, you do work very hard, but it's like the intervals of working are kind of spread out.
Yeah.
Whereas for someone like me, I do have to kind of be careful about what I eat. I'm always like not as bad as I was when I was in middle school. In middle school, it was really bad. But also now, you know,
middle school is like your body's trying to put on weight, so yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah, but whatever. That doesn't matter. But anyway, it also helps when you actually have control over what you make.
Yeah, your diet.
Because when you live with your parents, you don't really have a lot of control over that.
Yeah.
You just kind of eat whatever is made.
That's another thing for people. It's like, don't assume they can control what they eat, you know?
Sometimes
that's true. You gotta eat what's given to you, and if that's fucking fatty bullshit, then...
If that's McDonald's, then like, hey, that's, you know, if you don't got money and you don't have the resources to cook, you gotta eat, you know?
Yeah. Boom! Bah! Like, fatty shit's cheaper.
Yeah, fast food is way cheaper
and it's,
than,
you know, starving yourself is fucking hard. Like, it sucks.
Yeah. Nobody fucking wants to not eat.
Especially when you're working and you just can't afford to be, like, tired and stressed out by that.
This thing is fast as shit.
Kind of easy when I was in high school and I could just, like, you know, I didn't eat breakfast anyways. And then it's just, like, you have a tiny lunch at school. And it's like, well, what the fuck am I eating all day? Feel too guilty. I guess probably a lot of it's guilt about getting too many snacks. It's like I gained weight when I was like 14 because I was getting a lot of food at the grocery store, you know, and eating a lot of in-between stuff. And then it was just like, I stopped doing that. I felt too guilty.
Just because you felt too guilty.
Hey man, guilt's a motivator.
That's true. You're not wrong.
And I coincidentally started riding my bike all the time and getting more general anxiety, and it probably helps. I think anxiety burns a lot of calories.
Anxiety burns a lot of calories.
But yeah,
You're,
that's thoughts on
not wrong.
That brings me to another matter of perspectives here. This is all.
Lord.
This is the
this is the perspectives episode.
But so we were in Dollar Tree one day. And we're at the checkout counter, and there's a black guy working at the checkout, like a young dude, probably in college, tall guy, and he had kind of, people can probably imagine what I'm saying, but he had kind of like dreads that were like going up.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't really like an afro.
Like the little short
like,
ones, you know?
It was like medium, like they were pretty long.
Okay, yeah,
for
they
being
were.
dreads that go vertical. But he had
you gotta
he
get
had
vertical instead of horizontal.
The vert dreads.
Vert dreads.
And they were dope. He had good hair. He was
Yeah.
he was a
He had a
trendy
style and he
looking
was
dude.
fucking working
He had a
it.
good style. And this fucking old white redneck dude is that it's important that it's a black guy and a white guy. Because
An old redneck white guy.
Yeah, it's an old redneck white guy, because that's the only kind of person who would fucking say this to anyone.
Exactly.
But he goes up to the guy at the counter and he's just like, have you ever thought about cutting your hair? And the guy's like, sure.
This
And
kid's
like,
just like,
he's like, I think you'd like it.
God.
And I'm just like, this fucking asshole. And it just brought back this fucking wave of hate from my childhood. Because I can show you some fucking childhood pictures of Victor at 10 years old with his long girly hair. His long, curly, wavy, girly hair. And everyone calling me a girl, and everyone saying, you should cut your hair. Why don't you cut your hair? You should cut your hair. And it radicalizes you. I've explained this before.
Yes.
You were you were doing something because you thought it was cool. Your parents encourage you. You know, my mom always thought the long hair was super cool. Conrad had long hair, that was cool. You know, I wanted to be a rock dude. They have long hair, you know, into metal bands and stuff. So you're just like, yeah, long hair is cool. I want to get long hair. And then everyone shits on you for it. For this thing that you just casually wanted to do because you like it. Everyone goes, why don't you cut your hair? And then you progressively go, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not going to cut my hair ever. This is who I am. Fuck everyone. Because you get all these fucking assholes, all these fucking old turds telling you you need to cut your fucking hair all the time. And you get so sick. I feel like I was bullied more as a child by adults than other fucking kids with the why don't you cut your hair shit. Because it's always some fucking middle-aged turd. Some middle-aged white turd. It's always a white person. Like, never had a problem, like, I don't know what it is. Like, all the you know, I went to a lot of black schools, black girls and stuff, they loved my hair. Everyone loved my long hair. No one ever shouted on me for it. Only, like, old white people just fucking rip on you for having, like, I guess it makes you a hippie or something. I don't know what the fuck the logic is. But God, just anyone fucking commenting on someone about their hair, just shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
There's something about the entitlement of an old white man. They just feel like they have the right to fucking comment on whatever shit about other people they want to comment about.
And it's one thing if you have, like, fucked up, greasy, ratty hair, and you look like a dumbass.
But it's never like that. They're always commenting on some trivial, dumb bullshit.
On someone who's, like, clearly doing it as a style, you know? It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fucking old white people are the worst fucking creatures in the universe.
I've had a couple older white guys comment on some of the shirts that I wear because some of them, like the girl with the mouth instead of her eye and stuff, and people will be like, is that a Satanist shirt? And I'm like,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Dude, do you really think
break,
I'm fucking gonna wear it? Really? Get out of here.
How do I kill this thing?
That's a good question.
I'm not
Did you try going up to it and pushing square?
I did.
Okay. Just had to check.
I mean, I could try pushing square again. No, not working. Right. There's gotta be a way to open it.
Yeah, there's gotta be a way to make him open his hand.
These guys are infinitely spawning.
Rawr.
Fuck! Bah.
I see.
I'm trying to change my gun, it wasn't working. Yeah, I think that's it for that topic. I'm excited to see anyone's comments about this kind of stuff. Like, this is mostly like I'm baiting out people's discussion.
Victor just wants more comments.
I like the comments. There are a couple of our recent videos where there's just like no comments, and I'm like, oh, alright. Okay. Hopefully it was still fun. I feel like if people are commenting, then they're interested and engaged with the topics. I don't know why I care. I don't think anyone else fucking cares. Everyone else is just having a good time. But I care, goddammit, I care!
Victor cares too much.
Victor cares too damn much. He's the only one trying to do a structured show. What the fuck, man? How do I fucking get out of this shit? There's a hand.
The God Hand.
There's the God Hand. Fuck me. This is like a barricade.
Yeah, you can't get through there. And you can't get through there.
Can't get through there. There's dudes running around.
There sure are.
Are you gonna like knock him into the hand or something?
Oh. Get fucked. Yeah.
Maybe I do gotta knock him into it. That'd be fucking ridiculous. Damn it.
I don't know what to think about this.
There's goo coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
There's a scary hand coming out of the ground.
A big old spooky hand. But you can't, there's no place where you clearly need to shoot the hand.
Yes, it's covered in darkness, so I can't get it.
Can you light shot the hand?
I'm light shotting it now.
Okay.
It's not doing anything. I tried. Maybe I can try another bomb on the hand.
Whoops.
I can't put a bomb on the hand.
Ah, yeah, bombs don't go on him. So I don't think that's the answer.
No bomb on the hand. There's a big scary tower. There's a lamp. That didn't do anything. Fuck, someone in the comments is screaming at us now. That'll be the comments in this video.
There you go. Comment section will just be...
Victor, you turd!
Victor, you're so dumb!
What the fuck? I don't understand.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Can I, like, stand in the darkness and enter the darkness realm? No.
You've tried all your different guns.
I drank my last drink. Great.
And you drank your last drink.
I think I have one more. Everything goes right through it.
Yeah.
Do I gotta go into it?
It doesn't look like you can hurt it. And you've already killed a bunch of dudes.
Yes. Certainly killed several dudes.
So I don't think it's a matter of just like killing a certain number of dudes.
Fuck, man.
Oh. I think makes a very obnoxious noise.
Is there an audio cue I'm missing?
Is the flaming... I mean, the flaming poop's just chilling there, right? He's not
that's the
doing
same
anything.
thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's a checkpoint.
Okay, then what's the big fucking idea?
Fuck, I wasted my other thing. I'm at a loss. I don't know. That's where I came in.
Right, and you can't go out.
You can't go out.
And there's nothing in here that I see that you can interact with.
Spawning guys. I just need to kill more dudes.
I mean, maybe?
There wasn't a cutscene when I came in or something, was there? That we didn't pay attention to.
I don't think so. If it really is, you just need to kill a certain number of dudes, then...
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, we're gonna look pretty stupid. This guy's cool.
Oh my god! Son of a bitch!
And it was just kill a certain number of dudes.
Boom, boom, boom.
Ah, yes. The latest in a fucking trend.
Jesus fucking Christ,
of
dude.
Just general incompetence.
How are your body image issues growing up? That's kind of along the lines of the topic we were talking about.
That's something fun to ask
when
a girl you
first,
love. Hey, Digibros fans, is there a girl you like? Ask her about her body issues. She'll love it.
Talking about childhood. You're perfect now.
Okay.
I don't know if you could hear that, but we're being gay.
Oh, there's too much gay in this room.
We can be gay too, guys.
It's a pretty sick wedding
dress. When did you first decide you hated yourself and the way you look?
God.
Everyone's been there, right?
Not wrong. Does she have heterochromia, or is one of her eyes just, like, fucked up? Very
Dude,
romantic.
why are you making out with that? You know it's a demon.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. Oh! Oh!
Oh!
That's super gross, by the way.
That is pretty disturbing. Oh!
Oh, God! Yes!
So that's like the 5th demon that's exploded out of her?
Yeah,
Starting to think Suda51 has a demons exploding out of a woman fetish. Very berserk.
Very berserk indeed. I guess her power wasn't just dancing like an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
You good?
We're doing the battle. Here's the boss. I have no items. This is gonna be a nightmare.
Woohoo!
She's got assless chaps.
She's had like assless chaps the whole game. This is a metaphor for marriage.
Yes. Is that what this game is? It's just a big metaphor.
Yes.
For, she's not quite ready for this commitment.
Hey, Werner Herzog didn't direct it, so there's metaphors.
Oh, fuck. What is this shit?
Oh, God.
Oh, God. And I've got, like, no ammo in all of my guns.
Oh, so it's gonna be a fun fight here on Digibros.
Welcome back to Digibros. We're having a good time. We're having a fun fight.
Having a good time.
Alright, Hope. We were talking about, your childhood insecurities.
Stop me now.
I mean, you're definitely less insecure overall than I have been my entire life. So, but you still had insecurity. Everyone's got insecurities.
Everyone has insecurities.
I died.
Fuck.
Didn't even get to hit the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Insecurity!
Social insecurity.
Social insecurity.
Let's see.
When did social insecurity start with you?
Yeah. I was just trying to meme.
Curious. I know. It goes. It's along the lines of insecurity.
I was memeing. Let's see.
Oh God, we gotta watch this cutscene every time. I can't skip it.
Yep. Unskippable cutscenes.
Fuck!
Here in Shadows of
What
the
hath I wrought?
Indeed. What hath... Whoa. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see.
This is a long cutscene to not be able to skip in front of a hard boss fight.
And you have to watch him make out with her and have her get torn apart every time.
Tearing up my heart when I'm with you.
Alright, someone make an AMV.
And when you wanna fart, I feel it too. Oh God. Alright, I'm sorry. You were talking.
And then I got distracted by this yet again.
By the tongue lady.
I don't know. I feel like I had pretty good body image when I was little. Didn't really, wasn't really worried about what I looked like or anything like that. I was a pretty cute little kid, if I may say so myself.
You're adorable.
But yeah, didn't start getting bad till probably middle school.
Of course.
And then of course my class was full of the preppy blonde girls with straight hair who
Skinny
were like
bitches.
super, super thin.
Ugh.
And that's what all the guys in my school liked. So yeah, you get to start feeling pretty bad about yourself when Of course, in middle school, I was chubby. I'll just be real. I played sports,
but you weren't. Like, I don't know if it just was, like, maybe you were compared to the other girls in your tiny school, but, like, you were barely chubby.
I don't know.
I've seen a lot of pictures of you.
I look back at those pictures, and I feel like I was a little bit chubby.
You're a little bit, but not more than anyone is at 14, you know? Like, a lot of people... I was definitely, like, equally as chubby at 14.
But,
Motherfucker, what am I doing? Oh, I'm just supposed to get out of this room. Great.
And you
I thought I did. It's not even the boss. I was just supposed to get out of the room. Now I gotta do the cutscene again!
Look at this graph!
What timer? Maybe we need to save this topic for another
that
episode.
we were definitely past 25 minutes.
Fuck! You think we can do one more episode?
Sure.
We're out of topics, but we'll figure it out.
Look at this
and
graph.
Look at this. This will help us skip part of this cutscene. Alright, guys.
Every time I do